Hello everypony, Dale over here. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine, so please give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And also a warning, it's going to contain my own personally opinion about what is happening in My Little Pony or what happened in My Little Pony. And today I'm going to have, I had a discussion with Second Opinion about my wild theory about the crystal box being from Amora that made it and stuff like that. So I'm going to take my side, and then I'm going to talk about what Second said, and then in the end I'll put in a theory that is so wild, so both of us was just like, oh no, that's not good, yeah. So without further ado, here we go, yeah. 3, 2, 1. So my first theory was like Amora of the Crystal Empire made the box that contains the elements, or like contains the castle and stuff like that. And the reason why I thought all of this was like the pillars finds or like makes this seed, right? I'm not sure where they got this seed from, if they made it themselves or they made Amora made it. But else, like if it's Amora that made the seed, she also made the Tree of Harmony, and she made the crystal box because like that came out of the Tree of Harmony. Or else it is the pillars that made the crystal seed, the Tree of Harmony, the Crystal Empire, and like everything that is out of crystal. Like that's what I believe. And I believe like the Crystal Empire was like once ruled by the pillars. Like they will not call themselves rulers, but like they would have their own home in the Crystal Empire. So for example, Starsworld the Bearded had the library, and the others had other places in the Crystal Empire where you could go as a crystal pony and get their advice and stuff like that. But what happened was like the Crystal Queen Amora came to the Crystal Empire, and the pillars like moved out, or maybe they stayed. And like of course then I have my own theory about like Starsworld the Bearded being the apprentice to Amora, or like Celestia maybe being the princess to Amora, or something in those lines, because we need a pony that can make crystals. Now, I have read the comics again, and I don't think like Hope, the pony that helps Sombra, knows how to make crystals. She only knows how to heal and stuff like that. And the Crystal Heart and the Crystal Empire was already there to begin with. So what I think happened was like, again, that Amora found the Necronomicon book. She made the Crystal Empire. She made like it so like all of the pillars could live in harmony and stuff like that, and gave them the seed so they could bury it for future safety use, or how to say that. And in the show, the pillars only say like we buried it and we put the infused seed with our rainbow power. Nothing with like we made a crystal seed that is from like that one of us made, or how to say that. So where did they get this crystal seed from? From a pony that can make crystal. But I'll go to the really wild theory that we have last off. Because like then Second was telling me like, why can't the pillars just make the crystal seed out of nothing? And I must admit, like we have seen ponies making crystal before. Like we have seen Cadance making crystals out of water. We have seen Sombra making dark crystal appear from the ground, and we have seen Celestia also making dark crystal with dark magic and stuff like that. So I think like there is a possibility for the pillars to be able to make the seed, and actually like therefore make the castles, and therefore like have all of it. But I don't still believe like that Star Sword the Bearded had the same castle as Celestia. No, I think like they had like their own place in the Crystal Empire and stuff like that. I don't know how Second feel about that, but he was just like insisting in like Star Sword the Bearded could be the one that made the crystal seed, and like I do believe like that could be a good theory and like a good notion and stuff like that, but I just don't see how like he should be able to make crystal unless he is the one that found the Necronomicon book, and he was the one to make the Crystal Empire and everything else out of crystal, making it a little like convoluted or a little bit like not useful that they had Amora there as a queen of the Crystal Empire. But I'm thinking too hard about it. Maybe like Star Sword and the other pillars made all of the crystal stuff, so the crystal seed, the crystal heart, and like everything that is infused with powers that is really good or forcefully. I also feel like then I believe that Star Sword is the original maker of the Alicorn amulet and maybe also Sombra's crystal. But like we also talked about when the Crystal Empire was banished for the 1,000 years, and my theory was like before everything else, so like before the series actually started, or like in the 1,000 years where Luna was banished to the moon. But by talking with Second, I actually figured out like my theory have to be before everything else, or else like it's something with Celestia actually going to the Crystal Empire and rescuing Cadance and like putting her in some sort of sleep for 1,000 years, or in those lines. But this is the theory I was talking about that was a little like out there, because like then I was thinking about like Celestia going to the Crystal Empire, finding Cadance, trying to make her into a Alicorn, and like like something went wrong and she were sleeping for 1,000 years or something in those lines, where she didn't grow up. Like when Luna comes back from the moon, she starts like a filly and stuff like that. But both me and Second were agreeing like this theory was like a way out there. So no, I don't think like that is what happened. I'm still standing by my theory about Amora being the original maker of the Crystal Empire, and like even I have talked about with Second about where the crystal seed and everything came from. Like it's still the same, because like the crystal seed makes the Tree of Harmony, that makes the box that has the rainbow power inside and stuff like that. So I don't think like I'm off by anything, but like I think maybe I have overthink the box and I forgot like it was a seed to start with. But it doesn't matter. It will still be like Amora that made the seed, or like tell me in the comments who of the pillars you think can make crystals, or how they made the seed, if they made it together, or where they got the seed from. Because like I don't believe it's a coincidence that everything is made out of crystal, and I definitely don't believe it's a coincidence like everything that is having to do with crystals is really powerful, or like having magical tributes, even the Crystal Empire. So like I don't know, I just feel like there's something up with that, and I feel like the Necronomicon book and Amora could be a good answer for that. I know like the show would probably never have her in My Little Pony, but I think like a background story with the pillars actually having the Crystal Empire and stuff like that, that sounds like something that could be a really good theory and something that could be a really good episode. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that was actually all, and it was fun to talk with Second about my theories and what he thinks. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, and that's actually all. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones, and that's all. Yeah, okay, bye.